What we're making today is strawberry pecan loaf, or bread, however you want to phrase it. And you're going to need 2 cups of strawberries, which we have right here. They're frozen, so we're going to get them defrosted. 3 1/8 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of sugar, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You're going to need, as well as that, you're going to need the 1 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, which is right there, 4 eggs, which are going to be beaten, and as well as 1 1/2 cups of crushed pecans. After putting the strawberries in the microwave for 45 seconds, the frozen strawberries are able to be sliced. So what we're going to do is we're just going to chop them in little slices. And I'm just going to slice the rest of them, and I'll bring you back once I have the rest of them sliced up. So what we're going to do now that we have the strawberries all cut up is we're going to take them and we're going to place them in a bowl. And this is the bowl we're going to place them in. So once we have them in the bowl, our next step is we're going to take 2 tablespoons of sugar from the sugar that we have pre-measured, and we're going to lightly cover them with sugar. So I'm just going to sprinkle it over, and we're just going to mix them up. And then I'm just going to set the mixture aside and work to the next step. And I'll bring you back to the next step. So what we're going to do in this bowl now is we're going to combine the flour, which is the 3 1/8 cups of flour. We're going to combine that with the sugar, which is the 2 cups. As well as we're going to add in the 1 tablespoon of the ground cinnamon, as well as the baking soda and the salt. And we're going to use a whisk and we're going to mix that thoroughly. And I'll just bring you back once it's thoroughly mixed. So now what we're going to do with that strawberries that we set aside with the sugar is we're going to blend the oil and the eggs in with it. And I'm just going to, and I did beat the eggs, so we're just going to add those in. And we're just going to mix it together. And I'm just going to continue to mix it, and I'll bring you back and show you what it's going to look like. This is what your mixture is going to look like once you blend it together. So we're going to add it into the dry mixture now. And I did move the dry mixer to my KitchenAid mixer because I do have bad wrists and they are bothersome today, so I'm going to mix it with that. So I'm just going to bring it to the next step. We're going to now add in the mixture. And I'm just going to continue to mix it until it's all mixed together, and I'll bring you back. This is what your mixture is going to look like once you mix it through. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add in our crushed pecans. And I'm going to turn the mixer on and just mix it just enough to mix that thoroughly through. So I'll bring you back once I have that done. So this is the texture once the pecans have been mixed through. So what I'm going to do is divide the mixture into half and put it in greased loaf pans, and I'll bring you back once I have them in the pans. Now that the mixture's in the loaf pans, I'm just going to put it in the oven and bake it at 350 for 40 to 45 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like once it comes out of the oven. So when you take your strawberry pecan loaf out of the oven, this is what it's going to look like after you let it cool and you slice it up. So I'm just going to wrap it up and get it ready for his graduation, and thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and keep watching to see what I'll be making next.